Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Amy.
So we have a very special guest with us, y'all. Day three. We don't know if we're coming or going at this point, but we have a very special guest with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about.
Sure. My name is Jennifer Theel. I've been in education. I always say now I don't. I think I've stopped counting, but about 30 years, a little bit over. I've been an associate head of school, a marketing director, a learning specialist. But I always say my biggest credential is my daughter. She really is the reason why I got into the field that I'm in now. I was a teacher, and I have two beautiful children. And do you want me to just tell the story
You
about
do
about
what
the
you
two?
want to do.
So our son, he's now going to be 25. Our daughter's 22. And our son, when he was in second grade, my husband and I were both teachers, and he was reading Harry Potter at that time, very popular. And he was reading it, the series twice. And my husband and I were like, we're such good teacher parents.
I
We're
get
just
it.
so great. And then our beautiful daughter, Rose, 2 years later, she just didn't really have an interest in reading at all. And, the school I was, is this normal? Is this okay? And they said, oh, she's fine. She's just going to be a late bloomer. She's super intelligent. And, it just wasn't catching on the way that it did with our son. And this was, I think, the telltale sign. And she was getting older now. We're getting now third grade. And I think she was able to get by because she was so bright.
Yeah.
She was self-accommodating, which I know now. And so we were doing our sight word bingo, and one of the words, it was the, and she read it to her, and I thought, something's going on there.
Yeah.
So we really did a shift, and I am also, my master's degree is from Teachers College, Columbia University, which I absolutely loved. I still, love it to this day. I learned so much there.
Right.
And part of my degree is in teaching and curriculum design. So I thought I just have to see how we can teach our daughter, because
Right.
none of the traditional methods in the school were working. We always loved her teachers. We loved her school. So I just started to research, and that's when I found Orton Gillingham.
Yeah.
And we homeschooled her. I homeschooled her for a year in fifth grade. The first day of school, she cried, I cried. This is it for us. However, it really ended up changing her life and then mine, because I saw how that beautiful phonics program worked. And she then eventually got back into a school. And then I started my own private practice, Hope Center for Learning. And I did that for many years. And then and then she went to high school. We were looking for a high school, and they kind of scooped me up there. I missed being in with teachers. I missed being with educators. And that's when I became the director of the Learning Lab at Seacrest Country Day School in Naples, Florida,
Wow.
which I just loved. And, I really designed that program for my daughter. And that's how I said that every step she's in, I'm in there right with her, and I learned so much from her and how she learns. And yeah, it's just
Very nice. So are you at Seacrest presently?
I am not. I'm at the Gow School.
You're at Gow now.
Yes,
So tell
I
us a little bit
am.
about your journey with Gow.
You went from Florida up to New York?
Well, I am a native Buffalonian, so a big part of my family is in Buffalo, and so I've had my eye on the Gow School for a long time, even before I knew that my daughter was dyslexic. And it was one of those times that it was just she's in college now. She's at SUNY Geneseo. She's a senior. I'm like, we've got a couple more months, which is the biggest success story. And I've always loved Gow, and there was a director of enrollment position opening, and I followed that journey, and I just felt like it was the right time for us to move back home.
Oh, wow.
So it's home.
Yes, it is.
That
home.
makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a big difference in temperature, though.
Yeah, I'll talk to you after this next winter, but yeah. But yes.
That's so
Wow,
cool.
so the Gal School, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. I think one of the things that I like the best about the Gow School is the sense of community. Because I think the other side of dyslexia that we don't talk about too much is the wellness piece.
Yeah.
And my daughter, even though she was in really good schools, and we tried to give her all the services, and she did get all of the services. I think that sense of belonging that she didn't have,
Yeah.
especially in middle school, I always say to parents that was the hardest time for
Middle
my
school.
daughter.
Yep.
Yep.
And it was like the dyslexia actually was not the predominant thing that we were focusing on. It was that she felt good about herself.
Right.
And what I see about the Gauss School is this beautiful sense of community because these children are so bright and they have all of their tools that they need so that they can be themselves and they
Yeah.
don't have to focus, especially in those years. I love to see them arm in arm with each other. It's just that sense of belonging is incredible.
So if we have parents that are listening and they're interested in getting more information about GAL, where would they go besides Googling it?
Oh, well, they could always, they can contact me personally. I'm
Uh-huh.
the director of enrollment management.
Okay.
Did you want me to give my?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay, so
great.
it's J Theel, Theel at gao.org.
Okay.
That goes directly to me. And I'm always so happy to talk to parents because I know that journey so personally. And I know
Yeah.
how important it is to find the right fit and match for your child. I think
Right.
that's what matters to me most,
Yeah.
really, as an educator, as a teacher, as a enrollment person, is that you find the right match for your child.
Right.
So
And
I'm
the gal-
really I'm really happy to go through that with them.
The Gal School is strictly for dyslexics, right?
Yes, dyslexia and other language-based
other
learning
okay, yes,
differences,
okay.
which often includes ADHD because
Right.
we share so many of those.
Yep.
things in
I always
common.
say dyslexia doesn't come alone to the party.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Yes.
Brings a friend.
Yes.
Every
yes.
time. Oh, awesome.
And maybe I can just share too about I think having those tools if your child wants to go to college, it's really important because what I do find is that we have a finite time between either middle school and high school, and as a learning specialist I loved nothing more than pulling my little sweethearts during the day, but I only saw them 3 times a week. And every time I would come in and see them, they would be saying, Mrs. Theel, please take me.
Yeah.
But at the Gauss School, that's what we do all day, every day. All of the teachers are trained, so there isn't a pulling out. That
Right.
you have that really intentional time. That really, I think one of the main things is that you are giving them those tools in the toolbox. And one of the reasons why I think my daughter does so well in college is that she was prepared with the executive functioning skills.
Yes.
The time management. I mean, in fact, I think it's one of the big successes that she is able to do as well as she did is because she learned those tools
Yep.
before she went to college.
Exactly. No, I think it's important, and I think you're saying something that's important, especially for parents that are starting off in this journey now with their littles, to know that dyslexia looks different from first grade to fifth grade to eighth grade to
Yes.
12th grade to adulthood, and they understand the different possible traits they could see. I think
Yes.
it's important.
I absolutely, I think a really good program scaffolds for the exact reason that it's not the same. That and then in middle school and high school, it's really hard, I think, to find
Yeah.
services. Certainly, some of the phonics programs kind
Yep.
of tap out.
Yes.
And one thing that is a really big difference for me as a teacher, also at the Gauss School, is that we have a signature program called RL,
Okay.
Reconstructive Language, and we've learned over the course of these couple days that really dyslexia, and I've always said that, is not just a reading difference; it's
No.
a language difference.
It's a language difference.
And
Absolutely.
Peter Gao, our founder of our school, we're going into our centennial, 100 years old for
Wow.
next year. But he actually he worked with Samuel Orton, so I find it so amazing.
I think I remember hearing that before.
And
That's cool.
That was before that Samuel Orton went with Anna Gillingham. So
Yeah.
we really have our own signature program that is designed specifically for middle school and upper school students, and that is unusual.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
The remediation goes all the way through to the remediation goes all the way through to grade 12.
Yeah.
So for parents, I think that's also important to look at that the remediation doesn't stop when they
Right.
get to middle school, and it's not just a tutoring center.
Right. Oh, that's important too, because I have parents like, okay, it's time to see your dyslexia too. Nope. I'm
Right.
providing what they need. I'm not a tutor. I'm
Yes.
it. I'm the only game right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's so important.
Absolutely. Well, it's been so nice
Oh,
having you
thank
on
you.
here. We
Appreciate
really
it.
appreciate you doing this.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, y'all.
Bye bye.